Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now, let's have a little bit of a talk. Beginning a new Minecraft world, oh boy, the grind is just terrible. I guess it is enjoyable, which is I think why the 2-week Minecraft phase is such a in thing these days, but honestly speaking, we've been playing for, let's see, 196 days, almost 200 days in this world, and what have we achieved? Yes, I do have full diamond kit. I do have pretty decently enchanted diamond tools. My bow is getting there. I need to start working on my armor, but that will come. These villagers are going to really be very helpful in that. Just have a look here. If we go into the free cam, what have we achieved in 200 days? We've got our little iron farm, which is producing plenty of iron. I'll show you just now how many I've got already. We've got a little lava farm. We've got our auto smelter, bone meal maker, enchanting setup, and we've got these farms that's producing quite a bit of crops. But seriously, shouldn't we have done more in 200 days? I don't know. Anyway, while I was walking around here decorating the wheat farmer's place, I kept hearing this zombie and skeleton, and for the longest time I couldn't figure out where it came from. But I think I have an idea now. Because there's no way down here where they could spawn. The only place I could think of is up in this roof. So I think let's go up there and have a little look-see. Now, I do have my scaffolding with me, and I think we can just do this. Right in that piece of the roof, I think these little buggers are... Ouch. Let's try again. Right in that piece of the roof, I think these little buggers are spawning. And I think let's just quickly open it up and... Ah, there you go, you see? Now, can I just jump in there and deal with them? There you go, all done. Now, I thought I did light it up here, but it seems that if I did, I didn't do it properly. So let's just put a torch or two, and then how are we gonna break out of here? Let's just do this. Oh yes. Now I'm hearing more. Can there be more in here? I figured it out. Underneath this wheat farm up here, I've opened a little space to power the redstone rails, and I assume, by the sound of it, that might be where this little zombie is still hiding. Now, finding it shouldn't be too hard. We can just open up here, and there you go. There's the little zombie. Oh, that's where the little zombie was hiding, because now he is no more. But I guess the right thing to do would just be to put a little lighting up here as well, and then we can just close it up again. Ah, perfect, like nothing has happened. Now, while we are down here, you will notice that I have gone and maybe, what would I say, just dug out a little area here and this just connects all 4 of the crop farms. The next step in this process would be to just connect all of them, maybe get a bit of a dropper system in to drop all these crops out and collect them at a central point. But I guess I'm going to need a little bit more redstone than what I've got at the moment. Now, as I was saying before I got interrupted with these zombie and skeleton noises, I have started decorating this insides of these homes a little bit. I've started off with the wheat farmer, and you can see a little bit of foliage outside. I expanded the wheat to grow a little bit of outside of the farm as well. And then inside we just got a few basic decorations, some wheat lying around on the floor, a few flower pots, a painting or two, just to make it feel a little bit more homely for our villager Winston, so that he can just feel more motivated to gather some crops for us. Continuing with a different project, this little pit behind me, as you can see, I've dug out a little more and I started crossing into caves and water and all that stuff. Now, last time I was practicing my water bucket clutch, jumping down here, and now I think I'm not confident in that anymore. This drop might just kill me if I miss my water bucket clutch, and I haven't died in this world yet, and I am definitely not planning to start right now. And next to me you can see my cute little kitty cat. Still need to find a name for this beauty. And, well, I have access to name tags from my villagers, but I'm not going to bother naming any of these two just yet. I still need to think of proper names. And finally, I also came in here and just set up a little bit of a skeleton farm with a spawner that we found here close to the surface. Now, this spawner definitely is not the fastest. I think there might be quite a bit of unlit caves around here. But eventually, you will start hearing the skeletons spawning, and they will start dropping into this little chute behind me. And I can just use my sword, get rid of them, and the looting on the sword gives me plenty of bones and arrows. Now, I don't have a lot of bones in here because I took a lot of them back to the base already. But this thing is at least giving me some bones and experience. But it is so slow. It's unbelievable how slow this thing is. There's another zombie coming, or another skeleton coming. 2 more. Oh, what a bargain. Now let me deal with these 2 guys, and then I'll meet you back at the base, because I do need to decide what the next project is that I'm going to take on. Decisions. There's always another decision to be made in Minecraft. But I think I've decided that I should probably continue with what I've been doing and sort out these crop fields. Because pumpkins and melons, harvesting them by hand, or by axe for that matter, has become a tedious process. And since we got pretty much a lot of unused, wasted space behind me, underneath the iron farm, I'm thinking maybe we can get a pumpkin and melon farm installed right about here. So let me get working and see how far we can get, because ultimately we want to automate all our crops, and since this is already a noisy area here next to the wheat farm, I guess more noise behind me isn't going to make that much of a difference. So progress has been made, and progress has been sweet. Now, we are this far, but the next thing I will need to do is get some observers and pistons. By my calculations, I need just about 90 of each, and that might be a little bit of a problem. And you will never guess why it's a problem, but let me explain. To make pistons and observers, we need iron, we need cobblestone, we need planks, and we need quartz and redstone. Now, most of these items are not a problem at all. We've got plenty of quartz from our nether visit, and thanks to our little villager over down here, we've got plenty of redstone to go around. But the one thing I need, and I feel a little embarrassed and ashamed to say it, is the cobblestone. I am probably about 8 stacks of cobblestone short to make the observers. Now really, that's not a problem, because we can just go down here into this pit behind me and dig up a couple of stacks of cobble, which is, I guess, the next thing I need to do. And just like that, we've got all the materials that we need. So let's see if we could quickly craft all of these into the resource that we so dearly need. Observers done. Now for the pistons. And we are ready to go and install these and get that pumpkin and melon farms going. Alright everyone, so the pumpkin and melon farm is in and working and producing quite efficiently. It is noisy, but it's the stock standard pumpkin and melon farm with pistons and observers. The observer detects when the pumpkin has grown or the melon has grown, and then the piston just squashes it, and underneath is this noisy railway system that just picks up all the goodies. Now if you follow me down, I did adjust this tunnel system at the bottom a little bit. You can see I've removed all the lanterns, I've hidden the lighting behind the walls here, and if we just have a little look-see here, we can see the railway system. The cart is running nicely. I've got a strip of hoppers to collect the goodies from the railway cart, and just have a look at how productive it has been. Really awesome stuff. But now, if you look at this, This chest is already halfway full and it's not been that long. So we are going to run into storage system problems pretty quickly if I don't do something about it. And the idea I've got is to build a little bit of a silo right here. Now it's quite big and it's cutting into the iron farm right here, but I think that will be perfectly okay. We will just need to make sure that there's no spawnable spaces over here for the iron golems to spawn and not spawn in the kill chamber over there. Now I guess I would need to get going with this little side project, but I think, honestly speaking, with all the item sorters and things I want to put in it, I'm going to need more redstone because my redstone is a little limited after making all those observers. And trading for redstone with our little villager friend there is a little bit limiting, to say the least. So I will need to find more redstone, and that means I might just need to go and dive into the caves again a little bit. Because over here in the pit, I still have to go down about 20 more levels to get to where redstone starts generating, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. Even though I need to come down here and just tidy this up, I just dug out all the cobblestone from here to enable me to make the observers and the pistons that I needed for the pumpkin farm. Anyway, let me get gathering, finding some redstone. I don't know how many I'll need, but maybe let's see if I can find 2 stacks of ores, and then we can just fortune it and get a few of those precious red dust. Alright everyone, this has been a mission and a half to complete. Now, it's not pretty, definitely not, but it works. We've got storage for about 20,000 of every crop. Now, that is going to take a long time to fill up. Because these farms of ours aren't super quick, but I mean, they will serve the purpose. Hello? Get out of my shot. Go away. Anyway, so it's not pretty, but let me run you through it quickly. It all starts down here underneath our little crop farms, where I have installed a few water streams to help us transport the items, or the crops. Now, I'm just going to drop the scaffolding in here, because we haven't set up the dropper systems yet, and that will have to wait for the next episode, because this one is starting to get a little bit long in the wind. But anyway, once the crops drop in here, the water stream will pick it up, and through a series of ice and signs, the crops will flow all the way to the end of the water stream, up to a little area right here, underneath there where we set up a bubble elevator to transport the crops upwards into the automatic item sorter. The crops will then go up with the bubble column up to the top, tippity top right there, and let me show you here, you'll see our scaffolding, because yes, we did input an overflow system as well, because some of the farms, like the wheat farm, is going to have wheat, seeds and bone meal from time to time, and we don't want anything to clog up the system. At the top of the whole contraption, we've got a little bit of opaline which will catch all the crops that gets pushed up by the bubble column. The opaline will run over a series of 6 auto sorters, melon slices, pumpkins, wheat, potatoes, beetroot, and carrots will all get sorted into their respective little barrels, and that will start filling up the system through another series of hopper lines. I have used these pots just to use a little bit less hoppers, because geez, all the iron we've used to make this is ridiculous. Right here you will see a little contraption that is using the new crafters, and that will just take the melon slices and combine them into melons. If I can just drop a few melon slices in here, you will see the auto crafter just crafts them into melons and then pushes them into the upper line to be collected down underneath. And if we quickly run over here, I think this is the melon one, and you will see it creates melons ticking up as the melons come in. But that, my dear friends, is what we've got time for today, and in the next episode we will start off by maybe building a little silo around this contraption, because seriously, this is an eyesore. It's not very pretty, but at least it works. And now we will have a central point where we can collect all our crops. But before that will work, we need to install the dropper systems for each of these collection trays to drop the crops into the water streams so that they can be transported up to the sorting system. Now, if you got to this part of the video, I would assume that you have enjoyed it, and I would assume that by now you have hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed yet, please remember to do so. That way you can stay up to date and get notified whenever I release a new video. And the next one is going to be awesome, because the droppers are going to get sorted out, and we are going to build a little silo surrounding that ugly contraption. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.